Good morning. I'm in Kattupadi near Vellore, South India. My name is Father Rayappa. Kasi, I'm going to talk about Laudato Si, Pope Francis encyclical on ecology and environment. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is titled The Human Roots of the Ecological Crisis. Pope is simply telling who is the cause for all the environmental problems, and he points immediately, humans are the only cause. Humans are the real culprits. So now we are only addressing the symptoms like global warming, climate change, extinction of species, issue of water. These are symptoms. But why we try to destroy these elements and what is the reason for it? It is much deeper within human person. So instead of addressing symptoms, we should go deep inside and we find out the origin of this bad conduct from the humans. It is much deeper. So Pope Francis is writing in the paragraph 101, article 101, it would hardly be helpful to describe symptoms without acknowledging the human origins of the ecological crisis. In other words, let us not deal with the outer phenomena, but go in the inner dimension of human being, in the genes, why humans behave against nature. So there got to be some other answer. So let us go deep inside. It says, a certain way of understanding human life and activity has gone awry to the serious detriment of the world around us because humans have understood themselves as the special creatures because of the first chapter of Genesis 1:26, image of God. So that understanding probably our head became big and we are inflated with so much of human hubris, and we think we are the center and the crown of and jewel of creation. So maybe that misunderstanding has gone bad, gone against humans. Should we not pause and consider this? At this stage, I propose that we focus on the dominant technocratic paradigm and the place of human beings and of human action in the world. So Pope Francis is going to discuss on three issues. One is technocratic paradigm. Today, technology is a big problem. It is a blessing, of course, but at the same time, humans, they depend on technology. They don't depend on their own creativity anymore. So everything is done by electronic instruments. And humans, they don't even relate with other human beings in relationships. Our relationships have been shifted. There is no mother, brother, uncle, aunts, and all these relationships are replaced by computer, cell phone, iPod, iPad, television. So there is no human relationships, only electronic connections. That is what we are. So he's discussing about technology, technocratic paradigm. And the second, he discusses about the modern anthropocentrism, in which man considers he is the center of the universe. The focus is on only humans. When you talk about progress and development, only human person. We keep him first, center. And the third one is the relativism. Relativism. Everybody has their own opinion and their and reasons for their own action. Relativism. Every religion has it. And they think that they are supported by God and they make theologies. Relativism. There is no absolute principles there. There is no bioethics. There is no values. There is no only my own reasoning. I equate with the actions, and that is relativism. At last, biological technologies. Today, the modern world is interrupting the natural processes in the vegetation and in the animal world. GM technologies, genetic manipulation. So the whole creation is being damaged. Seeds are manipulated, and they take the DNA out and they infuse with other DNA, the combination, and the natural seeds are changed. Their DNA, the nucleus is changed. So biological technologies. So these are the problems which Pope is discussing in the chapter 3, titled The Human Roots of the Ecological Crisis. The first technology and the technological paradigm, he calls it technocracy. So Pope is saying in the paragraph 102, it is good. Technology is good. It is creativity and it is power, he says. There are benefits to humanity. This technology has made our life rich. Our life has become better. Technology is good, he says. Humanity has entered a new era in which our technological prowess has brought us to a crossroads. We are the beneficiaries of 2 centuries of enormous waves of change. Steam engines, railways, the telegraph, electricity, automobiles, aeroplanes, chemical industries, modern medicine, information technology, and more recently, the digital revolution, robotics, biotechnologies, and nanotechnologies. That is a benefit. Pope is so proud about humans. They could do all this beautiful stuff. Smart, isn't it? So Pope is appreciating the humanity. It is right to rejoice in these advances and to be excited by the immense possibilities which they continue to open up before us. For science and technology are wonderful products of a God-given human creativity. The modification of nature for useful purposes has distinguished the human family from the beginning. Technology itself expresses the inner tension that impels man gradually to overcome material limitations. Technology has remedied countless evils which used to harm and limit human beings. How can we not feel gratitude and appreciation for this progress, especially in the fields of medicine, engineering, and communications? How could we not acknowledge the work of many scientists and engineers who have provided alternatives to make development sustainable? Pope Francis is appreciating engineers, doctors, and scientists around the world for their own discoveries to help human beings to lead a better life, healthy life, easy life. The aeroplanes, travel has become so easy. Communication, cell phone, wow, our communication system is so smart. And when you take medicine in the hospital, the heart transplants or liver exchange, liver transplant, for example, kidney transplant, all these miracles today enable human beings to live longer and healthier and happier, isn't it? So Pope Francis feels very proud about it. He celebrates human ingenuity. He says that it is in a search the human being wants to rise from the material existence to something ideal existence. We don't want to remain in material. world, we want to ascend and leap to the extraordinary world of science and technology. Space program, the planes and the rockets, they symbolize our leap to another celestial realm or something. So science and technology is a blessing. But he is going to talk in the coming paragraphs. Science and technology can be evil. Basically, Pope Francis is differentiating between two technologies. One is technological paradigm, in which they say that technology saves us, technology, we keep you safe, we have control, and we are our only hope. Yes, technology's mantra. Technology says, we keep you safe, we have control, we are your hope. In other words, technology has become a new religion, a new spirituality. It has replaced all religions around the world. Today, whole world is showing devotion towards science and technology. They think science and technology is God. In fact, the scientists feel that way. So they are imposing on the 7 billion people. So Pope Francis denounces this kind of dominion. So technological dominion Pope Francis denounces, but technological service he applauds, he recommends, he appreciates. Technological dominion like nuclear weapons, nuclear plants, arms and immunities. In the past, what happened? Hiroshima, Nagasaki. The Americans bombed Japan. Technological dominion he is talking about. What about Nazism in Germany? Hitler, the fascist governments. 6 million Jews were massacred in the concentration camps like Dachau, Mauthausen, Auschwitz, Birkenhausen. 6 million Jews. This is what the destruction has been on the planet. What about Fukushima, Chernobyl, the nuclear plants? They destroyed so much in the environment. So today, technology can destroy. The amount of nuclear weapons in the hands of India, Pakistan, South Korea, North Korea, Iran, America, Russia, France. Technological paradigm. We are threatening neighboring countries that we have nuclear bombs, be careful. We are threatening other poor nations. And all these bombs, when they go awry, if some mad president and he launches all these nuclear weapons, imagine the devastation. So that is what Pope is denouncing. But he appreciates technological service. He says it's beautiful. For example, in the hospital, the nanotechnologies, biotechnologies, and heart transplant, liver transplant, and the miracle of medicines. So people live longer now, healthier. Without this technology, people would have dead and gone, but now they are able to live longer, healthier, happier. So, and also domestic instruments like stoves, washing machines, and other useful things for the domestic household. And travel like cars, buses, of course, without pollution is recommended. Communications, telephones, internet, there is service there, but they should never dominate us. We should dominate them. They should be helping human life. They should never become human life, isn't it? There's a big difference. We have become technology. That is wrong. Technology can help us. So I think Pope Francis is writing so beautifully. So chapter 3, the human roots of the ecological crisis, from 101, 102, all the way to 114, 101 to 114. Almost, it's a longest treatment. So I think Pope is preoccupied with this subject, I guess. So why don't you open up your PDF file or hard copy and try to just get started. So I'm just giving you the introduction, and I'm going to talk more on this subject in the coming weeks. And thank you, and read again Laudato Si, Pope Francis encyclical on ecology and environment. And thank you. God bless.